Howdy folks, paulsoaresjr here. It is May 2nd, 2012, and welcome to another edition of Indie Game Test Drive. This is where I take an indie game out for a little bit of a spin, and I kick the proverbial tires and look under the proverbial hood, and basically play for about 15 to 20 minutes and give you, hopefully, an idea about the game itself, how it's played, what it looks like, what it sounds like, and then you guys can make up your minds whether or not it's something that you might be interested in playing further. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. This game is called Epic Inventor. It is made by Pixel Prone Games. Three guys that were playing Terraria about a year ago together came up with the idea for this game because Terraria apparently didn't have some features that they thought it would make it a better game, or at least more enjoyable for them based on their opinions. So they said, well, 2 days later they started working on this game, and here it is a year later. And once again, Epic Inventor, it is available for Windows and Linux. Not sure about Mac, I don't think so, but you can get it on Desura and their website at epicinventor.com, and I'll put all the relevant links down below in the description. Okay, all that stuff out of the way, let's take a look at the game. Well, at first glance, we're going to make comparisons to Terraria because, well, why not? It's a fair comparison. This game looks like Terraria, it plays like Terraria, it smells like Terraria. It is not Terraria, though, and the biggest difference is, actually, there are two primary differences. One being that you cannot actually mine, you can't dig into the earth. And secondly, you cannot construct buildings. Like, unlike Terraria, you can dig and mine, and then you can use those resources that you've mined from the earth into making magnificent buildings and castles and whatever else your imagination can come up with. That is not so with Epic Inventor. Epic Inventor is more about exploration, figuring out certain puzzles and getting around traps and how to get down into the dungeons and how to get out of the dungeons. More of an exploration and adventure game. That is a design decision made by the developers, and to encourage that kind of gameplay rather than just digging into the earth and having free will to go wherever you wish. So let's jump right in and start playing around. So let's take a look at the actual screen here in the interface. First of all, we have my little 2D side-scrolling man, Punchwood. He is me, I am him, and he is brave and courageous and kind of handsome. Now he's got this lovely green leaf in his hair, but actually it's not even hair, is it? That is a helmet that I've crafted for myself, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's a wood helmet with armor point 1, and we're going to get to this in a moment. But let's take a look at the screen from left to right. So you start out the game in a little cabin. All of these things here, this is a box that this is a container that I've actually crafted myself to store some items. It's a large container. We have a small container here. We have a farm, and I can do some farming in there to make more of this bread. We also have a workbench, which allows me to craft more items than I normally would without it. We have here a furnace, I believe that's a furnace, and that is used for crafting as well. We have 2 thorn traps in these. All of these things that I'm pointing out are placeables. This is my town right here, just the gray stone line across the bottom. I call it Main Street, and this is where all of my building projects will go. Anything that is an actual placeable will be placed here, and it will protect my town. For example, these thorn traps. Or your placeables are for development purposes, for infrastructure, or for future crafting. And obviously the farm is to feed, and so forth and so on. Now I can expand my town, and that's just a matter of collecting rocks out in the world and placing new blocks here, town blocks, and I can expand it out along this way. So Main Street's going to grow over time. Now, as I said, there's no digging, there's no mining, and there's no constructing buildings, so that's pretty much the extent of how you expand your town, and then you can build things in your town for protection and powering things up and so forth and so on. We'll get to that in a minute. Down here we have our control panel. We actually have a robot companion. Let's talk about my robot companion, because this is something that Terraria doesn't have, and it's kind of a unique selling proposition for Epic Inventor. So why don't we pull him out? Here he is right here, and all I have to do is press R on my keyboard, or press this button right here. That powers on my robot friend. There he is, Buzz. Now right now Buzz is set to follow me, and as you can see, when I power Buzz on, you get this a little additional panel buttons pop out, and we have, these are the behaviors, his stances, so to speak. And what we can do is tell Buzz to go all passive and not do a darn thing when monsters come out. Okay, yeah, these are the monster controls, or how he behaves when enemies are near. That's passive, he won't do anything, he'll just watch me get my butt kicked. This one is a defensive mode. He's a little sly there. He's like, ooh, okay, you punch my friend, I kick your butt. And he does that. He's pretty good at that. This is more aggressive. He's super belligerent on this setting. And I like to have him on super belligerent settings. So when a monster comes into view, he just goes right after him. And then this button here is a toggle where we have red light and green light. So green light means he will follow. Red light means he stays. Stay, Buzz. Stay. Fetch. Come. No fetch. So that's how you control your little robot. And over here we have a battery meter. The battery is Buzz's power. Now, when you press R or you bring Buzz into existence, well, I'm going to bring it back to the 100. As you can see, this meter will replenish when he is not out playing. There we go. So 100% when he's in my pocket or wherever he happens to be. And when I press R, I summon him, and now his battery power starts to drain slowly. Now the battery is also his hit point. So when he gets into a fight, let's see if we. Oh, there's a rock monster. Go get him, Buzz. When he gets into a fight, his power will be drained as he takes hits. So it's also his hit points. Oh my gosh, rock monsters are probably the most difficult. There we go. Oh, see, when they're hidden, like when they go down into like rock monster laying on the ground mode, they're more tough. So now we can see his battery power has gone down quite a bit because he took a couple of hits from the rock monster, as did I. And these are my health points right here. Mine will slowly replenish, but if Buzz is out of my pocket, his battery will drain. There are some things we can craft, and we'll get here in a second. Attachments, for example, we can upgrade his battery. So at some point, I think we might even be able to have him out most of the time. I'm not too sure about that. I guess it depends on the other attachments. But that's another thing that we can do is craft attachments for him. And why don't we bring him out again and show you. Right now he has one attachment. It's a stone sword, I believe. And that little icon A means it's an attachment for your little friend. By the way, you get to name him. I named him Buzz. I don't really know why. Now let's take a look over here. We do have this hot bar. And by the way, the way I'm moving here is left and right, A and D, like a WASD without the W and the S. So it's add. So I move with add, A, D, left, right, spacebar to jump, left click to activate whatever happens to be in my hand, and you can see which item is in your hand with the little green highlight here. You have ranged weapons and you have melee weapons. You can shoot behind you. Pretty cool stuff. And we have a boomerang. Very lovely. And over here we have food products. And if you right-click, you eat, and that'll heal you. So I just ate a piece of bread. We also have an experience bar. So I am level 7 currently, and you can gain experience as you kill things. There it is, right there. The little status bar says your current XP. Kill things, level up, get stronger. That's true. This is very true. So level 7 and level 7... Ooh, zombie walrus. Let's see. Well, he's going to hit my trap. We should be okay. Now, I made these thorn traps. Oh, I'll assist my thorn trap. Oh, he's down. Okay, cool. Now, when you're off exploring, sometimes your town gets attacked. So it's a good idea to set up some traps, and I'll show you how I made those here in a minute. Now, when you level up, you get, it's just a couple of static bonuses. You get better attack, better damage, I think, and more hit points. There's no skills to choose from or anything like that. So they're kind of basic RPG element, if you will, but... all right, let's look at some quick crafting, then we'll go on an adventure. So if I click on... Now we have a pause game here, so let's just do that while I look around in my inventory. So these buttons here, this gives you some help, some basic hints, and these are actually very helpful to get started. It's a tutorial how to move, basic combat, you're summoning and dismissing your robot attachments, inventory loot drops, etc., etc. So that'll get you up and running pretty quickly. And what does this do? Pauses the game and brings up some... Oh, okay, so that just brings that up. Excellent. Oh, by the way, we can go to a crafting database, which is a website. This is going to pop up your browser and show you all of the items that you can craft. That could be extremely helpful. There's a lot of stuff you can make. So, and why don't we look at that right now? So the bag here, and by the way, there are keys that you can map to these. I believe I have W, let me see, W for that inventory. And E is an interact button. that you use to interact with the world and your robot. Oh, yeah, there's one thing with the robot I forgot to do. Let's summon Buzz again. If you press E when you're on top of him, you can get in him. And you get those cool shades. And you move a lot faster. It's great for traveling overworld and getting out of dungeons, and so because you can hop so darn high. And we're going to put you away for the time being there, Buzz. And let's take a look at my pack, me and my tools. So here's my pack. It's filled up with a bunch of garbage. I've been playing now for about 2 hours or so. I've collected all kinds of materials. As you can see, I have stone block, wood, rocks, regular wood, dyes. Some of the things here I've made, silk, for example, I've crafted from skins. And a lot of these things just fall from either monster drops or they can be gathered from blocks out in the world. There's stone, wood, and grass blocks. And the grass blocks will sometimes give you flowers. And we're going to go do that in a minute. Here's my character panel. And I have a wooden helmet this I've made. And we have some wooden legs, some shoes, and a shirt. We can upgrade all this stuff, obviously. And we can do that right over here with our building panel. This is the crafting panel. So here's my tools. These buttons here are filters, so we can see what we want to make based on what we're interested in. So let's take a look at the placeables. Now, why don't we look at combat placeables? And this here, that thorn trap, is a combat placeable. And I'm going to be upgrading here shortly to make a range. There's a flying monster, and he flies right over my thorn trap. So we want to make something that can shoot. So right here, we scroll through the items that we can make with these buttons. It's a little tedious when you have a lot of things to craft, and there are a lot of things to craft, but you can filter that out by clicking on Have Materials, and that filters everything out and only shows you what you can build at the time based on the materials you have in hand. I can obviously make more thorn traps, and if you look down here in the status, it shows you when you point to this. So thorn trap pokes and cuts enemies that walk on it, which makes sense. The ingredients for this would be a thorn, wood piece, it's bigger than a sliver, smaller than a sapling, and workbench. Now the workbench is already out on my town. It's right back here behind my pack. And as long as you're standing on your town main street, again I call this Main Street, the workbench is on Main Street, you're on Main Street, then you are considered having this available to you. So that's why I can make it. And I click the green crate button to make it. I've already got a couple of those, so I have no desire to make another one. But let's take a look at the Auto Expo. So first we need a crossbow. Which I'm going to have to make. I've got the wood. I can make silver bolts, which hold things together. I don't think I have enough silver for that anyway. You know what we're going to make? Let's go take... Oh, these are all the placeables. I guess I'll just show you some of them. This is a blade trap. And what do we have here? Weapon rack. All kinds of cool stuff. Now, why don't we go over to attachments? There's an attachment I want to make for Buzz. We can upgrade his battery, and I do have... Do I have the materials for that? I do. So I have a green emerald, and that will upgrade this battery to a green battery. Robot recharges more quickly while dismissed. Okay, very good. But I want to make a helmet. Whoops. Okay, I don't have the materials for this, so this is an attachment, and there's only one type right now. I think more will be added according to the developer. Fighter hat. We can't joke about this. We can't joke about safety. Never joke about safety. So right now, what do we need? We need a large shell. I have one. Excellent. And I need 4 dye. So I have 3. So let's go make a dye. And that is a regular item and other. So again, I'm just filtering this stuff out so I don't have to look at everything. What is this? I'm going to make some more silk just to get it out. Oh, by the way, you gain experience. Let me get the game going again here because I was paused. You gain experience when you craft, which is kind of nice. You don't have to always go out and brawl. I'm just going to make as much of the silk as I possibly can, which is a lot. Excellent, because we're going to need silk to make some ropes, because I want to make a parachute. And why don't we, but first let's make our hat here. I want to make my fireman's hat, which means I need dye. And I make a dye for flowers, which I've got plenty of. So we'll make a couple of those. There we go, 5. Let's go back to attachments, development, have materials. And we're going to give Buzz a nice little fighter hat. Boom. Done. 9 experience. And let's close that down. Let's open up Buzz. Oops. Oh, no, no. Hey, now, Buzz. Hey, now, Buzz. Bring up my inventory. That's what I was trying to do. And we'll drag and drop this right here for Buzz. And there we go. Buzz now is a fireman. Firebot. Fireman bot. Manbot. Robbot. There we go. Cool. So I guess that might even give him a little bit of defense as well. I'm not really sure about that. Can I hop in there? Oh, when I hop in, he loses the hat. But he's kind of cool without it. There we go. Oh, come on. Nice. Go get him, Buzz. So we're going to put Buzz away for now. So how many more attachments can we do? All right, so 4 toys. Okay, let's go look at one more thing here in the crafting. What we want to make now is I want to make a parachute. I haven't tried this yet, but I really need one for underground, and that's going to be an item. And I know what I need? I need a rope. I need 2 ropes for the parachute. And I don't have it here. What do I need? I need 5 needles, leather, and 2 ropes. Now, I have a rope over here in my pack. Nope. There it is. Alright, so open up my inventory. Whoops. What's going on here? Oh, Buzz, get away. Alright, I gotta get better with my keys here. Okay, so now I can create this, right? I have the materials. It was right there. Anyway, yes, I do. Create 48 experience, not too shabby. And oh, somebody coming. Oh, you know what? Get Buzz on him because he's one of those flyers. He's one of them flyers. There we go. Drop the skin. Good job, Buzz. Now my parachute, I don't know how to use this. Frankly, this is the first time. What does it say? While in your quick bar, you take no fall damage. Oh, yes, because when you're underground, we're going to go there right now. When you fall long ways, it hurts. It helps when you're in the robot, so it doesn't hurt so much. Because he takes damage instead of you. Alright, let's go off into the world and do some adventure. Alright, let's do some resource gathering. So basically what you see here in the world, again, you can't chop trees in the background. That's just background, basically. But when you see things lying on the ground, and all this stuff here is randomly generated and dropped every time you stop the game and come back in. So it'll respawn. And we go over it and press our interact key, and there's a few seconds will pass as you gather the resource. And you get to see here in a quick little instant, it will pop up. Okay, that one just gave me wood. The one before that, I actually got a flower. This grass stuff gives you a few random items. No, that one didn't give me anything. Sometimes you'll get a flower or a piece of web or thorn. So in that case, I got a thorn and some web. And that's very cool. All right, let's get Buzz out and hop in him so we can motor. Now, some of these rocks are actually rock monsters, so you've got to be careful there. Oh, excellent. This here is a copper pile. A pile of copper. And we're going to grab that. And you know what I wanted to make? And shoot, I wanted to do this. I wanted to make something, not a placeable. I wanted to make an... Oh, I wanted to make armor. So we're going to go back here in a minute and make some... After we do a little more exploration. So you can make all kinds of things. We have some projectile weapons like guns and so forth. Let's see, gold helmet. Here, copper. We're going to make copper armor. I need copper armor. Because I do get my butt kicked fairly often. And let's see, items. And let's take a look at some weapons. So we can make a slingshot. We have some kind of flame cannon. There's a gun. And let's see, a shootery thing. So, okay, lots of weapons to choose from. We'll get to that. Well, probably not, but all right, I'm going to gather a little bit more wood here, and then we just want to get underground. I want to show you what's down there. Come on, Buzz, let's go. Oh, more copper. I'll come back for that. All right, here is a dungeon. Now, these maps, as far as I know, they are randomly generated. I've tried a different game, and it was different. The map was certainly not the same as this one. However, I think there are layouts. There are specific layouts, underground layouts anyway, that are tacked on together. So I don't think it's procedurally generated, true procedurally generated, but they're kind of layouts that are that just kind of slapped together in chunks. That's my guess. I don't really know. But I did see on their website where the developer said, hey, we have 9 new underground layouts. So my guess is there's different types of rooms. And here we get to drops. Now, right there, when I fell that long distance, Buzz took a little bit of damage there. But I didn't, which is nice. But yeah, I have my parachute. Let's try the parachute. Oh, it works. Whee! Now we're going to find some monsters down here. Somewhere. I don't know how deep these things go. Alright, so if you want to see your town, you press T. Alright, whatever it was, it walked into my thorn and died. So thank you for that. My guess is over time we'll be able to make material or invent things that will allow us to get out of here. In fact, I already know there are some things like that. There are teleporters The teleporters will allow you to shift around the map a lot faster than doing what I'm doing here by teleporting from one teleporter to another. Okay, Buzz. Oh, darn. Oh, wait, whoa, shoot. Did I lose Buzz? Oh, he's creaming him. Good job, orcs. We got him, Buzz. Now, some of these things have range attacks like this one. Oh, hey, you killed Buzz. You killed Buzz. You bestage. Oh my gosh, this guy's tough. This one, tough snail. Got him. All right, 104 XP. Now, upon death, nothing really happens. You'll lose a little bit of experience. It'll drop in a little container that you can get back if you like, or you can just leave it there. You don't drop any. There's no gear or anything like that. So, in fact, if we do this too, if we exit the game and restart, it'll put us back in the town, which I'm probably going to do right now anyway. So I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to end up back in town, and we'll take it from there. Hang on. Okay, I didn't go back to town. I wanted to show you guys death. So let's see if I can Yeah, I did. That was easy enough. There's my little XP thing, and then all the way back to town. You can change your spawn point. You can move it forward if you want. I don't know how big these maps are, but you can make other towns by basically crafting a cabin. Let's take a look at the cabin. So it's a placeable. It's a development placeable. It's right. Oops. It's right here. So to make a cabin, you just need 4 wood blocks, and there's a cabin. I've never actually done one of those, so why don't we do that? And let's also make some armor. I'm hurting for the armor. I'm really getting chewed up out there. So I need, let's see, copper panels. I need 6 panels and 6 copper bolts and a forge. I have the forge, no big deal. Let's do some farming. We can find seeds occasionally in grass blocks, and what you do is you plop that in here. I'll show you how this works, and you just hit the X and then walk away, and it takes 60 seconds for that to farm. We'll get a piece of bread out of it. We do the same thing with placeable. So when you place something down, why don't we expand my town a little bit here? I'm going to make a couple of town blocks. Pretty decent experience there. So now the town blocks we put here, and I'm going to move over to it. Get rid of that, and you just place... Ooh, my farming is done. So there, I've expanded my town a little bit more. And bread goes here. Now you can make different size farms as well. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to grab this right here, and you can pick the stuff up and move it too. So if you wanted to move to another town somewhere else, easy enough. Takes a few seconds to pick it up. There we go. Let's take a look at my inventory. Where is it? My trap. Thorny trap. Where's my thorny trap? I have so much junk here. I've got to get rid of it. All right, thorny trap in hand. Let's put it down, and you can basically, it tells you where you can put it, where you can't. If it's green, it's okay, and then that takes 30 seconds to place. I'm feeling a lot better in my my copper armor actually. So I'm gonna have to head back down to another dungeon. Why don't we do that? Let's go down to another dungeon, and let's get rid of some of this stuff, though. This convert to XP is really helpful because you can just drag and drop the stuff you don't want. Oh, crap, because you're going to pick up a lot of stuff in your travels. Oh, no, Buzz is going to die. Down to 1%. Okay. Ooh, I took damage that time. So I guess if you fall really far, you can take a little damage. Oopsie. It's a strange-looking room. Don't even say it. Oh, red orc. Let's take him with my spear. I bet I can take him. 114. Oh, that looks like gold. Yes. Ah, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Gold takes a little longer to mine, apparently. I wonder if I can upgrade my tools. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to get shot, and the counter's going to... Restart. Whoa. Yeah, some of these guys actually shoot right through. Alright, you've got to put this in your hand. Alright, you can eat bacon too, by the way. Get that from pigs. There are piggies out there. Get him, Buzz. Come on, let's take this guy down. Back in. I'm just going to keep going until I die here. Whee! Getting out would be a Oh! Get him, Buzz. Just keep busy while I run. Save yourself. Save yourself, Punchwood. Dude, this is going to be a problem. Okay, see, this is going to be... Yeah, see, I probably don't want to go down there. Ow! Shot. So, there we have it. Anyway, as I was saying, there is a boss. His name is Melvin. I haven't met Melvin yet. I don't know if there's an end to the game. I don't know how big the maps are. Again, I haven't spent a whole lot of time in here, so I can't speak intelligently about that, but I would imagine there's a limit to the size of the map. But if you're curious, go to the forums. There's a fairly active forum. Hey, what's this? Fire gland. Nice! It's a rare drop from Red Orcs. Fire gland. I can make a fire weapon. Cool. I guess I can make that flamethrower after all. By the way, there's a couple of rare drops that I've had here too. I've got the laptop, Forest laptop. This is one of the developers. And I also got Brandon's Abacus. And the other developer is Weem. But I haven't found Weem's drop. There should be 3 drops. There's 3 guys all told. Alright folks, I think that's about it. I could play this game all day, but unfortunately I have other real-life responsibilities and I've got to get moving. But I hope you enjoyed. Again, this is Epic Inventor at epicinventor.com. And again, it's a free game, but there is a donate page on the website at epicinventor.com. And go ahead and show your support if you will. If it's something that you're interested in and you play it for a while, then why not support the developers? I know that this is their first game and they said they will keep it free forever. But they want to make another game, and this has a lot of potential, and I really can't wait to see what they come up with next. By the way, I know I forgot to mention this, but there is this does have multiplayer. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know how reliable it is or how difficult it is to set up or not, but it does have multiplayer support. And I would show you the interface, but it changes the whole size of the screen, and it gets all messed up in Camtasia, so I can't do that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Again, Epic Inventor, check it out. And if you like this video, then go ahead and give it a like. I would appreciate that. It helps my channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.